Right, so what we're going to set up here is we'll set up the Apple server for us to be able to pen test, and then we'll set up another VM such as Ubuntu one here to be able to pen test it. So what we'll do is we'll just get this one started up because it's going to take a while for it to boot. And while it's doing that, we'll have a look at the network editor. So we'll use VM 8. So for Dhcp server settings, so we'll be running a Dhcp server, so 64.128 will be the first address that it allocates onto that subnetwork. So what we've got to do is we've got to put our VM onto that virtual adapter. So we'll put it onto there, and there we go. Okay, so it's just booting up just now. It's going to take a while. So first thing we've got to do is we've got to try and find our own IP address on that virtual adapter, and there it is there. So 192.168.64.1 is where we are. So we'll just ping that one just to make sure that it's working okay. 192.168.64.1 is our adapter, and we think probably our new VM, the Apple server, is going to be set up for 128. So we can see it doesn't exist just now, so we'll just let it cook. And it's just preparing the network connection, so it should be getting the IP address from the DHCP. We could run some sort of debug here, Wireshark and so on, just to make sure that that's happening, but we'll assume that it's all happening in the background. So obviously it won't enable the network adapter until all the security policies have been applied onto the server, so it just takes a little minute. And then once this is set up, then we'll boot up our other VM and we'll be able to get that onto the same network, 192.168.64 network. Because they're on the same network, we'll be able to perform our pen tests from them. So it's just applying the computer settings, and there we go. So we have our server is now alive, so we can ping it, which is a good sign. And if we want to test to see if there's a web server running on our VM, then we can put in the IP address of 64.128, and there we go. There's the Apple site, quite happily running. Okay, so we could do a pen test from here, but it's probably a good idea that we run it within our VM environment. So we'll have a look at this network, and we would make sure that it's on the same network. I should get a DHCP address from there. Let's boot it up. It shouldn't take as long, hopefully, for Linux to boot up. Okay, so there we are. Well, that was quick. Let's log on. Okay, it's looking good. Got a nice network connection. Okay, first thing we do is to make sure that we can find out what the IP address is, and there we go. So we're on the second network of the this virtual network that we've set up. So let's see if we can ping the server. Ping, so that's our gateway device, and there we go, it's alive. So let's nmap the server, and there we go. So we can see here there are all the services that are open. Okay, as we did before, we should be able to connect to the remote address 64.128. That's us connected to the server now. Okay, and we have our various options for Nmap that we might want to. And we just do our sudo. And there we go. That's our operating system scan for Windows Server 2003. Okay, so that's showing how you can set up your Apple server within VMware Workstation.